Every election cycle, the cultural messaging tightens into a single, inescapable demand: pick a side. Political factions are built to demand absolute, unquestioning loyalty from their bases, and there is an equal expectation of total alignment on the other side of the aisle. You're expected to adopt the entire platform or be cast out. Pastor Tony Evans points out that millions of Christians willingly step directly into this trap. By accepting this forced binary, believers end up trading their primary, spiritual identity for the comfort of earthly political acceptance. This creates an immediate internal crisis. The politics of men are weaponized to draw rigid, illegitimate dividing lines straight through congregations. A community that is supposed to be bound together by a shared faith finds itself fractured by partisan talking points. The external cost is severe. A church divided by human politics entirely loses its ability to speak as a distinct moral voice to the outside world. Polarization actively neutralizes the purpose of the church in society. Evans uses a specific framework to correct this error: the two kingdoms. Believers exist in two distinct spheres of authority at the exact same time, but these spheres are not equal. The rules of the earthly political sphere are inherently subordinate to the higher kingdom. Earthly politics hold zero moral weight until God defines what they are. The truth flows down, it does not bubble up. The critical error happens when believers invert this hierarchy. They let a human political platform dictate their values, and then try to squeeze their theology into that partisan box. Putting a political party above divine authority breaks a Christian's moral operating system. So, if the earthly system is subordinate, should Christians just abandon the voting booth entirely and wait out the cultural storm? No. God expects our active, physical involvement in the earthly political process. You are required to participate, but you are forbidden from allowing that participation to corrupt your spiritual identity. See, that corruption occurs the moment the magnetic pull of partisan power starts distorting your true moral north. True political engagement requires entering the earthly arena while strictly refusing to play by its compromised rules. This framework requires a single, unavoidable stance: absolute political independence from both major parties. It requires standing directly in the middle of Republicans and Democrats, totally unbothered by the pressure coming from either side. As Evans puts it, the Christian vote and the Christian position are simply not for sale. When a voting bloc refuses to be bought with pandering or fear tactics, political factions lose their leverage. They can no longer assume your loyalty. Refusing to be sold turns a believer from a manipulable political pawn into an independent and highly dangerous moral agent. Rejecting partisanship is only half the equation. The focus must shift to the higher authority being embraced in its place. Stepping into the voting booth must become an act of aligning exclusively with the kingdom of God, evaluating every candidate and policy through that single lens. Maintaining this unyielding independence is the only mechanism by which the church can ever regain its lost voice in the culture. It takes a firm resolve to remain anchored in divine authority, even when the overwhelming societal currents are rushing past you. The ultimate victory for a Christian is never found in a partisan electoral win. It is found in maintaining unbroken